What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on a recent statement that was made by Draymond Green. So made a statement, and he was quoting Steph Curry on his podcast, right? And he was telling that what Steph Curry said about them getting Jimmy Butler onto the team, right? And Steph Curry said that Steph Curry looked at him and said that, man, it's crazy because it's just dawned on me that like this could be it, like the last ride. And so he went on to say also on the podcast that they thought that that they could make a run with the pickup or the addition of Jimmy Butler. And I just wanted to say, like, even before Jimmy Butler came to that team, I was like, I think Jimmy Butler is the missing piece that Golden State needs. Because if you think about it, like Jimmy Butler, he's not a 3-point shooter. He mainly gets his baskets either in the low post or the mid range game. And so that's perfect for Steph Curry because Steph Curry he's a 3-point shooter. And it also works in Jimmy Butler's behalf because Jimmy Butler can operate in space because Steph Curry helps to spread the floor because he shoots from so far out that people have defenders have to cover a long distance. So if you want to help out on Jimmy Butler or if you want to help out on Steph Curry, that's a long, to go from helping out a mid-range shooter to a long distance shooter, that's a lot of ground that you have to cover. And actually you won't even you got to make up your mind before who you're going to cover because you're not going to be able to really like help and recover. You can't do it because there's too much space. And Steph Curry shoots the ball he's too good of a shooter. Whereas though you can help out off of anybody on that team because before like even the man who's playing Steph Curry, he can create enough space where as though he can get off his shot. So Jimmy Butler being on the team helps out Steph Curry. Also, Jimmy Butler being on the team helps out Draymond Green. And because now you have someone else who is a great defender. Not only is Jimmy Butler a great defender, but he's a really good rebounder, and he's a hard nosed player. So it's not just you know you won't just have to worry about Draymond Green being the enforcer or somebody who's the one who's going to do the dirty work. Jimmy Butler don't mind doing the dirty work. So that makes it tougher on teams offensively too because you can kind of you can go away from Draymond's man if you know you know that Draymond man is at a disadvantage. But now with Jimmy Butler on the court, you have two physical, um, defenders that really, that can really get after you and that's going to play hard. Another thing I think the reason Jimmy Butler is going to help out this team is because in the playoffs, Jimmy Butler steps his game up. That's the reason why they call him Playoff Jimmy. And so I thought that like I said, going in, I thought this was going to if Jimmy Butler could get the Golden State, I thought that would be good. And I like the way, like I think it's cool the way like Steph Curry, like throughout his career, he allowed management to make the moves that would put the kind of teammates around him that would be successful. He didn't go to another team and and try to team up with other superstars. He just he ride the wave. Some you don't win every year, unless you Michael Jordan. But for the most part, if you look at Magic career, if you look at Larry Bird career, they would win and then they would probably lose to their arch nemesis or their, like their, and then they would make some adjustments and come back. And so that's what Steph Curry has done throughout his career. They so far they've won four rings, four championships. And they just come back to the drawing boards. If a team beat them, they will, they'll make adjustments and then they'll come back to the drawing board. And I think this time I really like I said, this addition of Jimmy Butler because it allowed them, they went back to the drawing board and they got the piece that this is the piece that I think that they needed. Now, I'm not saying that they are going to necessarily win a championship, but if they get into that, they once they get into the playoffs, they could be really, really dangerous. Jimmy Butler, like I said, he lifts his performance. Then you have Steph and Draymond, they have that playoff and championship experience. So that's a dangerous team. Even for the younger teams, like OKC, don't have as much experience as championship playoff experience as Steph and Draymond. Then the coaching. I like Steve Kerr as a coach. So that's going to play a factor because Steve Kerr, is a good coach, a very good coach in my opinion. So I just think, and it's evident that Draymond and Steph Curry feel the same way that like this addition of Jimmy Butler is what they need now when they need it. Because when Klay Thompson was at his best, he was a very good defender. And I don't think people really give Klay Thompson as because he could shoot so well, they didn't really give him as much credit as he deserved. You know what I mean? He should have got as a defender, but his defense, Klay Thompson defense was big. So now Jimmy Butler can shoot like Klay Thompson, right? Not like the way, but Jimmy Butler brings some things to that defense too. He brings that to the table. And I think like the fact that Jimmy Butler will be able to get to the free throw line too, that's also important because now that you got Steph Curry who's a jump shooter, he don't get to the free throw line as much as Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler is, he making defense play him hard and he's making defenses commit, and so they're committing fouls and Jimmy Butler is going to the free throw line and that right there will get people into foul trouble. You can have people shooting in the penalty a lot earlier and sooner. And down the stretch in close games, those free throws, play a part and you winning. So now you'll see Steve Kerr because they'll be getting into the penalty a lot earlier because of Jimmy Butler. You'll see Steve Kerr be able to coach a little bit different too. And so I like this addition, and it's obvious from listening to Draymond Green that he liked this addition of Jimmy Butler, and also it's obvious that this addition of Jimmy Butler benefits both of those guys. You know what I mean? His game and the way he play is just going to benefit both of those guys. And I'm hoping I'm not even a Golden State fan, but I just like the way that Steph Curry throughout his career has played. He's been an ambassador for the game. Like, and by that I mean like the way he has conducted himself throughout his career. When they acquired Kevin Durant, he didn't make any noise. He didn't complain about them bringing in another superstar. He basically did what was best for the team and just went along with the flow. And so he took advantage of that situation. They won two rings when Kevin Durant was there. They had already won a ring before. And once Kevin Durant left, they won another ring. So, like they go to the drawing board, they just reload and they come back. And man, I would love to see Steph Curry get another ring because of the way, like I said, that he's conducted his career and the way he's carried himself. I think that if now Steph Curry get another ring, that's gonna be crazy for LeBron because like he got 5 rings. He already tied with him. So whose era is this really? Is this the LeBron James era or is this the Steph Curry era? And I think that really, in my opinion, it's already the Steph Curry era. But this right here would just be like more just be more ammo for people who think that there's a debate there. And so that's my take on it. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next episode. Peace.